All right, we are finally here. It is NBA 2K26 time, and I'm going to be giving you guys my first rebuild in this year's cycle. We're going to be rebuilding the LA Lakers today. So I feel like it was always a tradition to rebuild the Lakers. Last year, though, I believe I rebuilded the Spurs for the first time. So yeah, we are going to just start our first My NBA save. This is what it looks like. It's a little bit different, right? You have all the options at the top. We're going to enter My NBA. Obviously, you can download shares. That's what's going to happen throughout the year, of course. And let's, start things off. And I'm excited just to see what's different. So the error boxes at the bottom are no longer there. It's toggled here on the side. You have the modern era, the Steph era, which is probably going to start around 2015 time frame. You have the LeBron era. So you have that like 2010, 2011, Kobe era, 2002, as you can see, the Jordan era 91, and the Magic and Bird era. I do wish they added maybe something new. I don't know if it would have been like a Spurs era in 07. Maybe the Jordan era didn't start here. You had like, I don't know, an era in between. Maybe you could have had an Isaiah Thomas era. The Jordan era could have started a little bit later or something like that. And then, the modern era. Maybe you could have had a 2020s era, 2022 era. I'm not sure who would have claimed the throne there. Maybe Jokic, Giannis. So yeah, we're going to start here in the modern era, and we're going to do our first rebuild. I wonder how this is going to go. I'm really excited. I always kind of just like to hop into things, especially in the first 2K cycle, just to see what it's all about. So here is the modern era. Cooper Flag, Jalen Brunson, Halliburton, all getting kind of a spot there, like the Marvel logo. So yeah, we're going to just basically get into this. All of this looks fairly similar from the previous 2K. We are going to have different photos here. And yeah, you got the new Jazz logo, the purple note. You're going to have the new Orlando Magic logo as well, looking clean. We need more logos. I think we need some other teams to rebrand very soon. Brooklyn, it's so boring. Can we get a rebrand? I even think like Detroit should get a rebrand as well. Just any team that has just like that typical basketball, I think we can get something new in there for sure. Like the Cavs is just a big C. You really can't get any more unoriginal than that. So let's just hop into this. All this looks fairly similar from last year. So I know that they were talking about the sim speed being a little bit different this year, because you can have a slower sim speed, but you can have it be more realistic. And let's just see how things look out of the gate. Like I said, we are going to be rebuilding the Lakers, so I'm going to try to win a title in year number 1 and potentially LeBron's last year in the NBA, and then it's kind of like the Luka era going forward. Let's see if we have any good draft classes downloaded here, where you're going to hear a ton now about AJ DeBanza, Darren Peterson, Cameron Boozer. I know Jonah Kelmer is a GOAT draft class creator as well, so we could see how this looks. LeBron farewell tour right away. That was something that happened last year as well. So yeah, we can see that Luka Doncic is a 95. LeBron, just seeing like a 94 overall at 40 years old is incredible. And now, this is kind of nice, because when you pressed Y in the past, you wouldn't get this, which you can toggle in between. Now you know how much is in between. So I kind of like that as well. I think the player list is also pretty cool. I like this feature. I like this being new. You can obviously toggle through the positions also. I kind of like this. You know what, 2K? I think you kind of cooked with this. I think it's nice to see like that. Those screens there that you would get when you go into like a team's page and you'd see the lineup. Reeves, 85 overall. I remember he was like the same overall as a De'Aaron Fox. Rui and Aiden both crack 80s. What's Bronny at? Bronny is at a 69, which I think is a little bit higher than he was a year ago. So the season looks fairly similar, I would say, from last year's 2K. Obviously, these menu screens are like this part of it, like these, the same. But yeah, this does look different as well. You can toggle through, I guess, more things in the extensions, which, I don't know, some people will use, some people won't use. How do the mock drafts look? Is that something similar going into this year's 2K cycle? So, okay, this isn't even a real draft class yet. So, yeah, maybe we're going to have an auto-generated one today. Maybe Perry Goodwin is the guy we're going to draft. But we are the Lakers. I don't think we're going to do too much drafting, since we don't have first-round picks for every other year going forward. I thought the Lakers do own their 2025, or excuse me, they do on their 2026. I have to remember now, this is the 2026 draft, not the 2025 draft. 2027 first is top 4 protected to Utah. There should be a protection on that. Oh man, I just know that it's going to take some time for them to get the protections to be realistic. It says that the Pelicans have the Pacers first round pick in 2026. Do they not know what happened on draft night with that trade? That's kind of funny. And yeah, let's see how this team is going to look to start off the year. I know the Lakers are probably going to start Aiden at the 5. They could kind of toggle LeBron and Hashimura at the 3 and the 4 spots. Maybe there's a chance Marcus Smart cracks the lineup at one point this year as well. I don't really know how I feel about Maxi Kleba getting 18 minutes a night for this team. I'd prefer to, I think, toggle the minutes somewhere else. We could play a Do Theoro. think I'd like to play Bronny, just like 10 minutes a night. I know we're trying to win a title this year, so we'll see how that's going to change throughout the course of the season. And we'll go like 37 to Luka out of the gate. So let's see what happens. We are under JJ Redick's 4-star pace and space. I guess yeah, like there is some new coaches this year as well, right? Like you do have Jordan Ott in this game. Welcome back, Mike Brown. It actually would be hilarious, and I wouldn't be surprised if I went to my staff and I went to the New York Knicks and it was still Tibbs as the head coach or something like that. So well, let me actually see. Do the Phoenix Suns have a new head coach? They have Jordan Ott. Okay, you know what? 2K proved me wrong. Let's just have the accurate coaches. They have Mike Brown. There we go. Who's probably been in the system for a while now. They have Tomas Asilo in there as well. And then they should have Adelman for the Denver Nuggets. You got Mitch Johnson for the Spurs now. And there is David Adelman for Denver. So they got to fix the 2K or the picks here. This screen is new. You know, it's a little bit different. I could rock with that. And we start off the season 2-1. So yeah, this is the sim speed here. We can go smartest, we can go happy medium, we can go fastest. I wonder how slow the smartest is going to be because it's already pretty slow here on console. DeAndre Ayton gets an Achilles injury to start off the year. That is brutal. He was averaging 7 points to start the season. And also, can you look more into the G League? I would love that. I don't know if they will. So, like, I would like to be able to take control of the G League roster. They got rid of that a couple years ago. I didn't really think that made a lot of sense to begin with. Also, how do the tendencies work? I meant to actually show you guys that. So, Luka's at a 99 shot. LeBron at a 60. Like, I feel like Reeves shoots the ball more now. So, how do I edit this? Can I not edit it from here? Do I have to press start? I'm confused. Okay, no, you have to toggle down here, and then you can go to shots. So this looks a little bit different. Like, I'd rather Reeves take more shots. I mean, Reeves is a scorer and a creator. I think Vanderbilt, like 35 is just way too low for him. Marcus Smart, maybe way too high for him. So let's lower something like that. Aiden, I mean, we can bump that up a little bit. Like Gabe Vincent, if he cracks the rotation, I'd like to bump that up. And then where's Dalton Connect at? He's at a 60 as well. So if I wanted to exit that, you got to press just the left stick down, so it's different from like the start button a year ago. And the Lakers are going to start off 5-2. Hopefully we will get back DeAndre Ayton fairly soon. These are the per game numbers. What are the absolute numbers? Just totals. Duh. Maybe I should just look and toggle over that before I ask a dumb question. LeBron and Luka with 70+ true shooting percentages to start off the year. So here is my first realistic trade offer. DeRon Holmes and a 2030 first round pick for Dalton Connect. Like, I low-key should do this. I mean, the Lakers do not have great big man depth. I don't think any team would offer a first round pick for Dalton Connect in real life anymore. So I don't know how I feel about that, but Dalton Connect has been a lot better in 2K than he's been in real life. I got offered Jaime Jaquez and Davion Mitchell for Austin Reeves. So that is a trade I'm not going to do, but you know what? I'm not going to clown them for giving me a bad trade. We'll see like what the first realistic trade is. And at the moment I'm recording this, I guess like those restricted guys haven't signed yet. So Russ signed with the Miami Heat. Nick Smith ended up signing with the Magic. Why is Nick Smith Jr. a free agent? Malik Beasley signed with the Rockets. Al Horford goes to Minnesota. I don't get why Nick Smith is a free agent. That really doesn't make a lot of sense. So you still have Simmons, Brogdon here. Maybe the restricted guys are back on their teams on like the qualifying offer. And I got offered Yohan Berenjay and Dante DiVincenzo for Austin Reeves. Gonna get a ton of, I guess, trade offers for Reeves because he can be a free agent at the end of the year. So that is realistic to get offers for Reeves. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there, 2K. I do want to see like what the first deal will be. Okay, there's an NBA Cup MVP. I like that. Anthony Davis, 27.5 points, 12 rebounds, 62% from the field. His 80 back in 2K. Those are insane numbers. If we look at the league leaders right now, Anthony Edwards is averaging 35.5 points. You have 5 guys north of 30, including Booker and Steph at 38. Do we have a trade that went down yet? We do. Tobias Harris for Emmanuel Quickly. I mean, I could try to justify this in Toronto just getting an out on that contract. Tobias Harris isn't expiring. I just don't know if Detroit would want to take on Quickly's contract at this point, just because he's making so much money. Now, I get, like, maybe they didn't want to commit long-term money to a Jaden Ivey. Like, I'm trying to justify it. I mean, it's not the worst deal in the world. It's not like Toronto also got a first-round pick there. I could get Colin Sexton and Mason Plumlee for Aiden. No, I need at least like a solid center, and Mason Plumlee would be a downgrade. We just beat the Phoenix Suns by 24. Luka had 34, 7, and 11. LeBron had 33, 8, and 5. I do want to see if like another trade went down. Now, nothing right now. So let's go here to like mid-January. Like I said, I would like to get LeBron a ring before he retires. Hey, this is my first year ever in a 2K rebuild in 2K26. I would like to get a ring before we do countless seasons throughout this. So, yeah, I'm going to try to win it all this year, praying nobody gets hurt. We're going to see who, like, a stacked team is. I mean, 2K may love the Spurs with Wemby. They may love the Dallas Mavericks with Cooper Flag. We are the 2 seed, but Minnesota and Los Angeles, glad to see them getting respect. They have great point differentials. San Antonio is struggling a little bit. OKC's 24-14. The Knicks are 31-6. Looks like Brunson got hurt. So, yeah, this screen definitely looks different. Can I really not look at their stats from here? Oh, no, you can. It's not A. You have to hold the right stick down. Okay, that's no. I was going to say, why would we take that out? Good to see OG Anunoby's shot tendency is way too low. Maybe Josh Hart as well. Cat's averaging 24 and 11. Mikel's averaging 17.5. And then I assume, yeah, Brunson ended up getting hurt. He was averaging 30 points out of the gate. The Cavs are really good. There's the Atlanta Hawks. The Orlando Magic, 3 games under 500, even after acquiring Desmond Bane. Jokic may end up winning MVP. Yegor, wow, #1 in Rookie of the Year race. TJ McConnell, 6-man. Depoy Wemby. Matas most improved. Mace Keita there as well. Tower Hero could win Clutch Player of the Year. So this is a pretty good offer. Kobe White and Jalen Smith for Austin Reeves and Maxi Kleba. Like Austin Reeves, Kobe White needs an extension at the end of the year. I just actually, wow, Austin Reeves is shooting 47% from 3. I just made my shooting guard rankings over on my Sross channel. Link to that is in the description. And I had them like, I think 1 spot apart. I think I had Reeves 8 and Kobe White 9 or something like that. So they're very close. So I don't really think that is a massive upgrade. You may think it is, but I'm going to stay put right now. I don't want to switch things up too much. Keldon Johnson, for real, we know. We're 30-14. We're killing it right now with a 40-year-old LeBron and maybe just an overall locked-in Luka Doncic. Spencer Dinwiddie and Mason Plumlee for Aiden. Doesn't really make a lot of sense for us. Yeah, the Hornets are desperately looking for an upgrade at the center position. They're probably going to have the worst center rotation in the NBA next year with Moussa Diabate, Ryan Kalkbrenner, and Mason Plumlee, at least right now on paper. So, any other trades? Okay. Let's go through this here. John Conchar in a second for Anthony Gill. Fine with that. I mean, I guess Washington got a second for taking on the Conchar money. We saw Jonas Valanciunas traded for Goga Badatse in a second-round pick swap. Can you actually offer second-round swaps? Was that always a thing? I didn't think so. I kind of like that if that's new. Or that just, I don't know. If that is new, I like that. Jalen Smith went for a first-round pick. Not sure I think that's super realistic. I know the Bucks are desperate. Don't really know if I agree with that one. Michael Porter Jr. and a second-rounder for Middleton and a second-round swap. I mean, Middleton's an expiring contract, so I get that for the Nets, and maybe Washington is like, you know what, we can maybe be better with Michael Porter Jr. next year. Aaron Gordon and Tim Hardaway Jr. for Naz Reid and Johnny Juzang. I don't know why either team would want to do this trade right now. And then we actually saw a Paul George and a first-round pick trade for Markkanen, something that I guess was floated around a little bit in the offseason involving like their first-round picks as well. So those I could see. Markkanen's having a good year. I guess you can only look at one team's player card here, and it's the team at the top. Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about these realistic trades. I feel like too many of them are going down right now, but we're going to have to be pretty active in about a week if we're trying to win a title. We're currently ranked 4th in the conference. Keegan Murray and Malik Monk for Reeves does give us a little bit more depth, so I don't hate that. I feel like, yeah, Reeves is going to be like the main guy of potentially available. I mean, can I re-sign Reeves right now? I can. And yeah, like, that's not really a realistic offer. I feel like Reeves will get 20 plus. So I'll give him that. I'll give him like $22 million. It'll ascend over time. And this is hopefully going to wave to other teams. Yeah, we're not trading him here at the deadline. We could also extend Hashimura, who's having a good season as well. I just don't know where my talent upgrade is going to come from. Marcus Smart's even been pretty good. This is actually a great Marcus Smart season, because sometimes I see him as like one of the worst players in the game. Jared Vanderbilt's been pretty good. Like, I think I would think about trading Connect because I think he would have some value. And I do like Jake Laravia potentially stepping up also. And we have some matching salary out there. So let's see how the Trade Finder looks so you can look at their extension eligibility in the Trade Finder, which is kind of cool. Oh, which is kind of nice. That is new. So I could see that, like, somebody won't re-sign here. Like, Cam Johnson will re-sign. Yeah, like, RJ Barrett wants to test free agency when he's a free agent. Kevin Durant wants to test free agency. I wonder if that would make it a little bit easier to trade for those guys. All right, 2K, I'm going to give you props for that. I don't think it's a crazy addition, but I do think it's a nice addition nonetheless. Like, Anthony Simons wants to re-sign at the end of the year. Trae Young wants to be a free agent, but we don't really need a point guard right now with Luka. So if I was going to look at the trade finder involving Delta Connect, and then probably one of my middle tier contracts of Vincent and Kleba, what could I get? I feel like Vincent would have a little bit more value, so I could pick up Kelly Oubre and Trenton Watford, Jalen Smith and AJ Green. Ayo Dosunmu and Trey Jones. I kind of like that, but Ayo is a free agent at the end of the year. We could bring back Lonzo Ball. Neemias Queta would be a solid backup big, and I could take on Sam Hauser, who has been struggling this year. Ty Jerome and Scottie Pippen. I'd like to get a center in one of these deals, not gonna lie. Mitchell Robinson, who's a free agent at the end of the year, and Ariel Hook-Porty I could get. Jonas Valanciunas, who got sent to Orlando, I could pick him up. There's Max Strus. Wow, I'm getting offers from everybody. I mean, this is a really good trade. Peyton Watson as a defender and Goga Badatse as a big. I like that deal. I could take on Duncan Robinson's contract, and I can get a first-round pick. But that's not really going all in this year. And we could just revisit this Mark Williams trade idea, who's only a 79 overall. I feel like Mark Williams should be higher than that. I also don't mind like Robert Williams, but I would need, I think, something better and juicier long-term if I'm giving up Delta Connect. So I didn't mind the... I feel like I would do this Peyton Watson and Goga Badatse deal, and we're going to send Delta Connect to the Denver Nuggets. And we're going to get Goga, and we're going to get Peyton Watson here. Let's go. So none of those guys can be a free agent at the end of the year. We are going to have Peyton Watson under control for, I believe, one more year. Oh, no, he is a restricted free agent. I guess he was the same draft class as Christian Brown, right? So we could look to re-sign him. I'm also going to re-sign Rui because this is somebody that I could even move on draft night if I wanted to. So we'll give him about $40-ish million over the course of 3 years. Kleba, I mean... I don't really want to move any draft capital here at the deadline just because we don't have much. And I don't want to move a Dude Thero. So since we got Goga, like I would think about moving Hayes and Kleba. Is there just like an iffy veteran I can get back? Like Kelly Olynyk and a second rounder? It's pretty good for Kleba and Jackson Hayes. I guess they see the appeal in the 25-year-old Jackson Hayes. Zeke Naji, no, I'm good on that. Mitchell Robinson, I mean, that's a great offer. I just feel like that's ripping off the Knicks a little bit too much. I mean, Andre Drummond and Kyle Lowry is not terrible, and I feel like Andre Drummond is better than Jackson Hayes. So, like, God forbid Aiden gets hurt or Goga gets hurt, I can have Andre Drummond in the mix. So, that is going to be it for me right now. We are going to have 3 solid centers in Goga, Drummond, and Aiden. We're going to have Rui and Vanderbilt, LeBron, Watson, Moravia, Reeves and Bronny, Smart and Lowry as well behind Luka Doncic. Yeah, Bronny probably not going to play for us in the playoffs. So unfortunately, Austin Reeves just went down with an injury, so he's going to be out for the next 2 to 4 weeks with 2K if it hasn't changed. We know that he'll be back before the playoffs. Luka going neck and neck with Shea and Jokic for the MVP right now, shades of the 2024 MVP race. Jaeger may end up winning Rookie of the Year with a horrible shooting season, which would be kind of crazy because Harper's been a little bit more efficient. I mean, Cooper Flagg's only averaging 13 points, but those are better realistic rookie numbers than these guys being all-stars. So I'm glad to see them struggling. I don't mean that in a mean way. It's just like when you download those draft classes last year, they were like all-stars in year number 1, some of them. So Russ may end up winning 6th man of the year. Scoot there as well. McConnell, 3 point guards. How is Caruso shooting splits in 2K26? Okay. They're not horrendous. I mean, they're not good, but they're not like historically bad as I've seen in previous 2Ks. I wish you could see their injuries right now, but Keita and Buzelis are hurt. And then did any other trades go down at the deadline? Max Strus and a first for Keon Johnson and Jalen Wilson. I mean, that first is like a swap, Boris. It's not going to have much value. And they ducked the second apron, so I could see the realism in that trade. I just can't too much in the Aaron Gordon trade. A first rounder for Jalen Smith. I can't really see that either. So, yeah, we're going to finish up the season, hopefully, as a top 6 seed. Right now, we are the 1 seed, but we are 2 games apart from being the 4 seed, and 3.5 from being the 5 seed. So, it's not a lock. We're going to be a top seed. The Knicks are the number 1 seed there in the Eastern Conference. Aiden's been banged up kind of all year. He's only missed 6 games total. So, here are the numbers. We have a really good 3 player scoring punch, and hopefully we're just all healthy for the playoffs. And last year, like the demise against Minnesota was the lack of size and the rim protection for the Lakers. Now, the rim protection isn't much better. Like Andre Drummond and DeAndre Ayton are far from great rim protectors, but Goga Badatse is solid on that end of the floor for sure. And Peyton Watson's been having some back spasms towards the end of the year. We're currently the 4th seed in the Western Conference. You can see there in the top right. And hopefully we can, well, we're not going to win 60 games. And Marcus Smart just got hurt at the end of the year, who was going to be a vital part of our playoff rotation. Shea, goes back-to-back like Drake. He ends up winning the 2026 MVP award, averaging 35 points, topping a NBA high in 2025, 32.7. The Rookie of the Year is not Yegor Dorman. It is going to be Dylan Harper of the San Antonio Spurs. Really excited to be rebuilding the Spurs as well. Russell Westbrook takes home 6th Man of the Year after getting picked up off the streets by the Miami Heat. He is yet to be unsigned. I'm recording this on August 29th. Also, when you go into these player cards, maybe this is a glitch, but it just goes right back to MVP. Let's fix that, 2K. Wemby gets D-point, no surprise there. Josh Giddey, most improved in year number 5. He averaged 19, 9, and 8. Incredible numbers. I think that is worthy of a most improved player. Anthony Davis, NBA Cup MVP we saw earlier in the year. This would be Tim Connolly getting Executive of the Year. And Mike Brown, first year with the Knicks, gets Coach of the Year, which is really cool. Second time he's won that award this decade. He won it, I believe, in 2023 with the Kings when they made it to the playoffs. So All-NBA first team, you have Shea, Jokic, Luka of our Lakers, Anthony Edwards makes it, and Victor Wembanyama. Second team, a little bit more surprising. You have Halliburton, who probably shouldn't be playing, but he just averaged 24.7 points on 54, 44, 88 splits. Excuse me? That's insane. So right now, last year, I think it would go to per 36 second. Now it goes to advanced, which I kind of like. LeBron, at 41 years old, All-NBA second team, incredible stuff there from LeBron. You have Josh Giddey, who was the most improved player. Bam Adebayo and Domantas Sabonis on All-NBA second team. Third team, you have Paolo, Spida, Jason Tatum, Mobley, and Holmgren. So 2 Cavs there and somebody with a torn Achilles. All defensive first team, you have Chet. Asar Thompson makes it before his brother. Well, no, technically no, because Amen already got that. Claxton making it. Okay, Mobley, Wemby, and Chet. And then you have Gobert and Draymond, best friends. Bam, Triple J, and AD on all defensive second team. Rookie first team, you have picks 1, 2, and 3. You have pick 5 in Ace Bailey, and then you have pick 8 or 7. Excuse me, 8 in Yegor. And all rookie second team, you have Trey Johnson. Both Pelicans picks. And then, Derek Queen. Are we sure? You maybe deserve that. Kid Nipple, and come on. So here is the playoff picture. Very similar to what it's always been. We're taking on the Thunder in the 4-5 matchup, which is kind of brutal. The Knicks get the 1 seed. Miami, Indiana, shades of the bubble there. You have Atlanta, Detroit, Cade versus Trey. That's electric. Cavs got the 2 seed. Dallas ended up getting the 1 seed. Yeah, the 2K likes them. We went 57-25, which is a really good record. But Dallas went 62-20. These 3 had double-digit point differentials. Clippers were the 3 seed. So let's see who we're taking on. Or let's see who makes it out of the playing tournament. We're going to see the Rockets be a playing tournament team is crazy. They beat Phoenix. And then Denver being a playing tournament team as well. They beat Golden State. And then Phoenix actually beat Denver here. Royce O'Neal at 25. And no, Jokic was healthy. I guess we screwed them over with our trade. Well, they also traded away Aaron Gordon for Naz Reid. So we're taking on OKC here. Orlando and Charlotte were playing teams. So Charlotte finally makes the playoffs with LaMelo Ball. Toronto does not, and Philly does not either. So we're taking on OKC, who have a lot of size, a lot of defensive intensity. We're really going to need to be super efficient on the offensive end of the floor. So for the playoffs, let's figure out the rotation we want to work with here. I mean, Smart's playing injured, so that is just not going to work. Can we get Reeves in there? So it's going to be Luka, Reeves, LeBron. I don't mind Vandy in there for some defense. So let's go Vandy there at the 4. I want to start Aiden at the 5. I don't think I'm going to play Drummond. I think I'm going to play Goga. I think I'm going to play Goga 24 a night, and we're going to play Aiden 24. We could stick with 26 to Rui. We need some defense, so let's go Peyton Watson about 16 a night, and then we'll go about 16 a night to Jake LaRavia. So Smart until he's healthy. I don't really want to rush him back. We're going to go 40 to Luka, 40, or we'll do 38 to LeBron, and we'll do something like that. So we'll go 33 to Reeves. We really need to split the 2 in LA. We can't go down 2-0 going back to OKC. I don't know if they have any injuries, it looks like. No, everybody looks healthy. Let's see what happens. Game number 1 goes to the Lakers. We end up winning 136-130. A 46-point triple-double for Luka, saying, you know what, Shea, I'm still the best point guard in the NBA. And we win game 2. I was going to be happy with a split, and we get 72 combined between Luka and Reeves. That's what we're going to need this series if we want to advance. Luka's off to an incredible start. So is Shea, but he only played 33 minutes here. I feel like that's kind of low. Game number 3 goes to the LA Lakers, 126-123. So unless I blow a 3-0 lead in my first 2K26 playoff series, we're taking down the reigning champions. And hopefully that's going to be the case We just swept them. 124, 116. J-Dub had 32, but Luka had 32 and had a triple-double. So through those first 4 games, Luka's averaging a 40-point triple-double. Yeah, in shape Luka is a beast. So I don't like how the Suns like color there is red. Just like kind of weird. Feel like it should be full orange, but I don't know. So we're taking on Dallas, who ended up beating them in 6. Kyrie looks hurt. That's kind of crucial for them if he's going to be missing some time. So Kyrie, how long is he out for? Kyrie broke his hand, so it looks like he will be back this series, though. And we'll see how that's going to affect them too much. So I don't know if I want to really make any adjustments yet to the rotation. I guess Marcus Smart is not back yet. We could get him in there. I mean, Laravia did not shoot the ball well whatsoever. So, you know what? We'll get him back in there just because Smart was actually pretty solid for us this year. He did struggle in the second half, but I think I trust his playoff ability over Laravia going forward. So we'll do that. We kind of have Watson as our stopper and point of attack defender. So let's see. AD versus Luka. Luka versus his former team. Let's see what ends up happening here. Game 1 goes to the Dallas Mavericks. They won 142-115. Cooper Flagg had 29. D'Lo had 24 against his former team. Luka had 31 and 14. Reeves had 31. Damn, LeBron's been kind of shaky so far in the playoffs. Only 17.5 points. Game number 2 goes to the Dallas Mavericks. They ended up winning 122-114. Kyrie was back. Kyrie versus former teammate LeBron. I really wanted to split them in Dallas. We go down 3-0. We lose 99-97. Luka with 34 in this one. LeBron with 18. Game 4. Okay, we don't get swept. We're probably going to get gentlemen swept here. This sucks. All right, game number 5. Let's see what happens here. Marcus Smart fully healthy. We win. Okay. 114-105. Austin with 33 in this one. What are the odds we could force a game 7 and win 3 unanswered? I mean, we have a good first quarter at home. A solid second quarter. We're not... third quarter was not good. And there it goes. I really thought we were going to force a game 7. I mean, we're down by 3. Down by 1. Back and forth. Up by 1. Oh, boy. Let's see what happens here. We're up by 3. Oh, my God. We're up by 5. We're forcing it. Come on. Let's go. We're forcing a game 7. Aiden with 22. Luka with a triple-double. Game 7. Oh, my God. We're alive. I thought we were dead to rights. All right. So, here we are. Reeves has been good. LeBron's been good. Nobody's been, like, super struggling. I guess it's been Watson, but he's, like, the most scaled-down guy on the team. So we got to win this one on the road. I'm fully expected to get blown out, but first quarter could be worse. We're down by 8, though. We need to put the gears on. Down by 8. Okay, it could be worse. Like, we're late in the game. Luka's going off, man. Luka wants LeBron's season to continue. We're down by 12, though. We need a strong fourth quarter. It's not going to happen. Damn. We are going to lose 131-112. I forget that you do get a governor report at the end of the year. I wish that was up a little bit longer. I guess he wanted a little bit more out of this team. 35 for Luka, 25 for LeBron. Clay had 25. Game 7, Clay. Anthony Davis played 16 minutes. Oh, my God. That was the game to win, and they still blew us out. All right, well, that's the end of the year. You have Dallas and Minnesota in the conference finals, a rematch of 2024. And you have Halliburton versus Cade in the ECF here. New York beat Charlotte in 6. Indiana beat New York in 5. Detroit beat Cleveland in 6. Cleveland swept Orlando, a rematch from the 2024 Round 1 series. So let's see here who's going to the NBA Finals. It is going to be the Indiana Pacers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Both these teams have now gone to 3 straight conference finals. Indiana going back to the NBA Finals, and Minnesota going to the first time in the Ant era, and I think for the first time in franchise history. So yeah, of course it's presented by YouTube TV. We don't see that enough during the actual NBA Finals. And Minnesota gets it done in year number 1. Anthony Edwards. What a season for the Ant-Man. 40 points per game in the finals and in the playoffs. Incredible stuff. So they win my first ever series here. Let's try to make our Why does that go away so quickly? I mean, he wasn't happy right there. Okay, this is cool. So usually when you're in the offseason, you can't go back and see the previous season. Now you can, which is kind of nice. You could see who beat you. You could be like, okay, maybe in game 6, it didn't go our way. What defensive additions do we want to do? Now, if I start the offseason, which is interesting here. Okay, so this is different. The governor has allocated 46 points for this year. So team performance, nothing for legacy, finances, governor support, and market size. I like this. I like the GM adding here. And you have facilities. I think I'm going to like this throughout this. I just hope it doesn't get a little wonky. So, arena renovations improves the fan experience. I don't think I need to do too much with that, but we'll get it up like we are the Lakers, right? Fan night promotions. We can't really do any with those either. Or I have 0 points remaining. Just kidding. So I only have 6 to do. So let's go like 2 there. Let's go 2 there. I don't really want to touch these yet. And then these are really just more. Oh, okay. So I can actually, we'll just do, 3 for these. Let's do that. And then, well, I can see the pricing, right? Can I change this? I can. This is going to get interesting. Luxury box value 618. Is that what boxes actually go for? I feel like so much more. Ticket price is 473 on average. I don't know. That's crazy. Fan nights remain. Well, I guess that's not that crazy. Fan night threshold. Fan nights remaining. Okay, we'll go through that. Well, actually, you can see your attendance ratings too. Expected attendance 103%. Expected luxury box attendance 119%. But the governor does not care about money. I know the Dodgers owner just recently bought the Lakers. So there goes LeBron. He retires. Since I gave him the farewell tour, I can't override it. I was going to override it, so that is annoying because I wanted to get him one more ring. I never can. It's so hard winning with the Lakers in year number 1. DJ ended up retiring on the Cavs. Brooke Lopez, Nick Batum, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, Jeff Green, DeMar DeRozan. Now, I was going to override that. I thought he had one more year left, but I accidentally just advanced. Jimmy retires. Okay. Seth on the Warriors, but not Steph, ends up retiring as well. Staff retirement, Joe Prunty. Top assistant, Anthony Carter. Head coach, but he wasn't. He was, that was Tomas Silo. There's Vince Carter, new picture there. We actually got some new pictures on the right, which is nice. We got Cooper Flag, Shaq, in the Magic thing there. You have Manu and Pop, Vince Carter double, okay. Silver, draft lottery photo, JJ Redick for staff signing. Combine, you got Young Hansen, which is pretty cool. You got Sion James in there as well. Hansen gets double. You have Wemby, Flag, and then you have Luka and LeBron. Luka, I'm surprised Luka's the free agency guy. Like, I know he just recently re-signed, but like, I don't know. You could have had Brunson. He was a big signing lately. Could have had Paul George. You got Ant for player progression. Summer League, you got Bronny and Cooper Flag. FIBA, couldn't get a FIBA logo in there. And then All-Star City, you got Steph and Shea. You have, actually, next year's Hoop Summit, which is cool. Like, that's Cameron Boozer grabbing that rebound. You have last year's finals for the advance of next season. All right, I'm glad we got new photos in there. LeBron, Chris Paul, and Russ end up going to the Hall of Fame. No shocker there. Russ gets his jersey retired. Rose gets his jersey retired by the Bulls. Chris Paul by the Clippers. LeBron by the Heat, Cavs, and the Lakers. League meetings, I'm not going to really accept any of these right now. So let's advance here to the draft lottery, in which the Lakers do own their first round pick in the 2026 draft. That Pelicans pick at number 6 and number 3 should be going to Atlanta. I don't know if 2K fixed it at all. So the Bulls get number 1, Jazz get 2, the Celtics, and kind of like their retool gap year, get 3, Pelicans 4. Like, no, that should actually go to Atlanta. The Pelicans do not own that first anymore. Rockets at 5. That should go to Brooklyn. So, yeah, we have so many picks messed up. Phoenix should not be getting the 7th overall pick. Also messed up right there, which is pretty annoying. We will get the 26th overall pick in this year's draft. Staff signings, we're good with JJ. And now we're in the post-LeBron era, which we're going to have a little bit more cap space, but nothing crazy right now because Luka's getting like the max. Reeves just got extended. I mean, we could look to move Hashimura Vanderbilt to clear up a little bit more money as well, because we're going to get off the Maxi Kleba contract this offseason. And I know the Lakers will have their eyes set on a free agency in like a year from now in 2027. I wish I could see like who's got how many years remaining. Like Luka's got like, what, 3 years? I know I could see it in the top right, but usually you could sort it by your expiring contract. So if I was going to move Vanderbilt or Hashimura, well, we can see what we can get for either one. So I'm actually going to send Jared Vanderbilt to Atlanta for a 2029 first round pick. Vanderbilt did play very well last year, was really good defensively. What was his like estimated wins added here, which sometimes I'll look at. He was 0.5. It's not going to be super high because he wasn't like a full-time starter either, not a big scorer. But we know he's a good defender. And what does Atlanta like to do around Trae Young? Get switchable defenders. I know we're going to lose a little bit of rim protection there, but we're going to clear up money, get some draft capital for the future. The number 1 pick is Milos for Greenwich, out of Lithuania. Okay, doesn't look like the best number 1 pick in the world. Nicholas Gilliard, out of Northwestern, goes number 2. Number 3, the Boston Celtics are selecting Perry Goodwin, a 6'1 guard out of New Mexico. Probably looks like the best player there. I don't know what we are doing from the first 2 teams, letting him fall to Boston. The Pelicans took somebody by the name Vic, and then Leicester to the Rockets there to wrap out the top 5. I actually got a decent amount of trade offers for this pick. I don't mind getting Trey Jones as a backup point guard for this pick either. You know what? I'm actually going to do this. I mean, it's $8 million that we're getting back here, but I feel like it's going to be better than anybody I'm going to draft. So the Bulls select Shannon Marshall out of Providence with this pick. Will Glover, who went 9 to Portland, looks pretty good. So he's a 71 overall at the age of 21. And then, yeah, we're not going to have any rookie signings, but I added Trey Jones to be a backup 1. Aiden opts out. Bronny opts in. Maybe Aiden is somebody I could have traded at the deadline. So Trae Young does become an unrestricted free agent, something that is on the radar for next year. Hartenstein realistically gets his team option declined. And then Beal opts out of his player option. Damn, he's a 79 overall. So let's go here to qualifying offers. Peyton Watson will get it, but not to Chris or Christian. So let's go here to free agency, in which Kevin Durant is here. So I don't have enough cap space. Wait, really? It only allows you to sign, like, you can only, like, go in for players you have cap space with. Interesting, because it said I can only sign guys for the minimum. I have $37 million in cap space, so I don't, wait. So if I looked at, try to sign KD, you can only sign players for the amount of cap space or the league minimum. Okay, never mind. So I read that wrong. So you can only, you can't even go into them, which is kind of annoying, because, I mean, I kind of want to see how much I would have to clear for KD. I don't know why they got rid of that. All right, so I'm going to try to get Quentin Grimes on a 3-year deal worth $42 million. I don't want to spend, like, all of it on one player. I would like to get a bunch of other guys that can kind of fill in the holes on this team. I mean, I need a rim protector. I don't know if Vucevic is that guy. Hartenstein has a 4-year, $60 million deal from the Thunder on the table. I mean, realistic, like, free agency looks a little bit more realistic, I will say. Like, I think they did well here. I think these are fairly realistic contracts, right? Like, Collins getting 16. I could see Murray wanting 21. Kuminga wanting 19. I could still see that. Washington 8. Mathurin 21. All right, I actually agree with these so far. I do. So let's offer that deal. I think we could use... I mean, Tari Eason would be sick, but he is restricted. I mean, Aaron Wiggins, I mean, if I'm getting him for how cheap that is, he wanted, like, okay, I don't know if I want to give him $9 million. I mean, good player. What did he put up last year? 7 points. We could sign him. I also wouldn't mind Kenrich Williams on the minimum. Let's do that. Well, I mean, I have Goga. All right, let's get Aaron Wiggins, or let's offer him that 3-year deal. And then, could I bring back Aiden? Could I bring in Mitchell Robinson, who's probably a better defender than Aiden? So let's do that. Well, we can on day 1. So I do sign Quentin Grimes, Kenrich Williams, and Aaron Wiggins. I think we're going to let Peyton Watson walk in free agency, but I don't want to re-announce the cap rights or that rights there yet. So to Mitchell Robinson get signed, I simulated a day too quick. No, he did not. It does look like Hartenstein got signed. So I think I would prefer Mitchell Robinson over Aiden. Who knows? Maybe I could sign both of them. So let's get Mitchell Robinson. We have to re-announce the rights on Watson now. So, Trae Young is yet to re-sign. Now, how do I see who's signed yet? Or I can go RB here. Kevin Durant goes to the Clippers. Wow. So James Harden goes to the Bulls. Why? You have Josh Giddey. Dyson got 30 mil. Kessler got 23, which I feel like is fair. Vucevic got 2 years, 24. Why do the Blazers want another center with Klingon and Yang? Collins goes to Washington. Shane Sharp got 24 million a year. Sexton 13 million a year, which I think is fair. All right, so can I sign another center? No, it doesn't look like I could sign Aiden. I mean, if I went here, no, it won't even let me go in that screen. I'm going to bring back Malik Beasley to LA as well on a 1+1. I think we could use just a little bit more size as well. Like Dean Wade, good post defender. Let's grab him. And then I'm also, I think, going to sign Muhammad Gay from the Atlanta Hawks, a solid athlete as well, can be a solid rim runner. So in the post-LeBron era, right now we have 2 centers. I should probably get a third. We have plenty of 4s, so maybe not. We have Laravia Thero, plenty of guards. We have Lucas Smart and Trey Jones, and we will have money, or at least financial flexibility to make a trade or two if we wanted. Kristaps goes back to Atlanta. Like, what's going on with Trae Young? He has yet to sign. He does have a real offer from the Nets on the table. So is Trae Young going to Brooklyn? He's still unsigned. I mean, Giddey's here, so I guess they're on 1-year deals. Let's see, day 12. Harden, yeah, already went to Chicago, so interesting. They waited till the end. I guess Manning came back on the QO. Reeves, for some reason, regresses. I don't get that. I like Grimes as like a 6-man for this team, and he is a solid 3-and-D piece for the squad. And as we go into next year's season, we can actually extend Luka. Goga, sure, I'll extend him on the minimum. Why not? And let's just advance to next year's season. I do need to release 2 players. This should be fairly easy. Let's release Chris Mann. And do I release Bronny? Probably not. I'm going to release Dean Wade. So let's do that. Because, I mean, like, yeah, with LeBron not here, what do we end up doing? So we are going to advance to the 2027 season with still title aspirations. As long as you have Luka Doncic, you want to win a title. Steph could end up retiring at the end of the year. So right now we have Luka, Reeves, big year for Moravia. We still have Hashimura. You have Mitchell Robinson, Grimes, couple former Knicks. Malik Beasley, Marcus Smart, Goga Badate, Aaron Wiggins, all getting minutes right now. Jones, Gay, Thero will definitely all shuffle in throughout the season. And then if I look at my system proficiency, we're 3-star pace and space under JJ Redick. So let's see what happens here in year number 2. I'm excited to see how Luka looks with no LeBron. And are we going to be aggressive at the trade deadline as we just won by 30? Oh my God, Reeves. Great start to the year. Because 2027 free agency can have Jokic. It can have Giannis. I don't know if they've re-signed here yet. And we can create some cap space. Reeves should have a robust market if I wanted to trade him. I could definitely move Hashimura, Wiggins, Robinson. Like these guys, I'm not afraid or I'm not worried about whatsoever on moving them. If I can sign a Giannis or a Jokic to bring to LA with Luka, I'm going to do it. Which is not going to help out his trade value, though. Austin Reeves did get hurt with a torn right elbow ligament. Well, I have Marcus Smart. I have Quentin Grimes in the mix now, so that is kind of a shame. We did get off to a 2-5 start, and I should remember my pick is top 4 protected this year, so I do not own my first-round pick outright. It's every other year even-wise right now, which I wanted to use in trades, but we're kind of feeling the loss of LeBron, and there goes my maybe best defensive center, Goga Badate, with a broken right leg. When it rains, it pours. All right, so I thought for a second this was like MVP. No, Karl-Anthony Towns, NBA Cup MVP. Back-to-back years, it's gone to a big man from Kentucky. So we're feeling the loss of LeBron, something that could definitely happen, but it feels a little bit better or hopeful when you have Luka at 27 than Anthony Davis, who would be like 33 at this time. And Luka's putting up MVP caliber numbers on 52, 43, 82 splits. The problem is, yeah, we're 12-5, or excuse me, 12-15, because we can't defend whatsoever. We do have the number 4 offense in the Western Conference, but we also, oh my God, the Grizzlies are giving up 130 points per game. That's insane. That is historically bad. How? This is not even that bad of a defensive team on paper. I don't get that. But we're giving up 123 points a night, which is not good whatsoever. And that's definitely something we would need to work on going forward. I guess trading away Jared Vanderbilt could hurt that for your future. Quentin Grimes is averaging 9 points this year, 41% from 3. I'd like for him to be a little bit more involved going forward. I think we could be somewhat of a seller at the deadline. It's funny that Prani wants to not resign now since his dad is no longer here. So we'll keep things, or we're going to monitor week by week. I do want to see real quick what Grimes' shot tendency is. Yeah, we can get now, like, let's get Reeves' touch up and let's get a shot up. And yeah, Grimes has a 45 shot tendency. Why? I want him just throwing up threes. He needs to. We can increase, yeah, like same with Malik Beasley. This guy's like a 3-point specialist. Like, start chucking up threes if we want to stay alive this year, given how bad this defense is. We need to shoot a lot. So let's fix that. You gotta love that in 2K. I mean, there's gonna be good rosters that are gonna be downloaded later on. I mean, 2K literally just came out today, so I gotta be patient. Hopefully, Grimes can step up throughout the second half of the year, because maybe that's a I don't love that offer for Reeves. Maybe in a perfect world, Grimes is good enough to start next to Luka. They reunite from their Dallas days. And then I can move Reeves for somebody in the front court, but we'll see when we get there. And yeah, I think we're going to be somewhat of a seller at the deadline. We are currently 23-31. I am scared about giving Utah a potential really good pick. We've seen a little bit of like a Duke Thero this year. He's struggling. Austin Reeves is averaging 20 points, 5.5 assists. Like, these are really good numbers. He should probably be playing more too, not just 30 minutes a night. Just because I have Malik Beasley, who's been great for us this year. 46 from 3. I can easily pick up his team option, but I think I want to sell high. Quentin Grimes unfortunately got hurt. His numbers haven't gone up too much. Jake Arabia, also somebody I could trade as well, given that he can be an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. Probably be more wise to move Arabia than Malik Beasley. I think I can get a first for Beasley. You saw how good his numbers were this year. Over 13 points, 40% from 3. I just don't want to give up I don't want to give up any seconds in a deal. I don't want maybe these, I mean, I could take like an auto-generated rookie. I can get Keon Ellis. It's not a bad addition, but like, I need bigs, right? Gershon, I don't want to give up a first. Trey Mann, Chris Middleton, yeah, Conan Niederhauser. I mean, I could take a flyer on him. It's an option. Bol, Tristan Vukcevic, I don't mind. Robert Williams, he's got 2 years left on the deal. Like, I think I'd rather just hold on to Malik Beasley for another year. If this is what he's going to put up, like, those are really solid numbers. Now, what if I attached him with Laravia? Or actually, no, what about if I attached him with Marcus Smart? Maybe even Trey Jones I could attach him with, because I would like to still have cap flexibility at the end of the year. Now, Milwaukee would give me Jalen Smith's expiring plus their 2031 first round pick, which could be very valuable. And like I said, I want to have cap flexibility at the end of the year. So I feel like that is going to be the trade I will do. Like, Obi's making $15 million next year. I don't feel like that's fully worth it. Royce O'Neal, $10 million. DiVincenzo is just an expiring. So, you know what? I'm going to do that trade with the Milwaukee Bucks. Malik Beasley going back to Milwaukee, where he spent a year with. Marcus Smart going to Milwaukee as well. We're getting Jalen Smith and a 2031 first. And maybe I can even get Jalen Smith back on a cheaper contract. Maybe that makes me feel more comfortable trading away Mitchell Robinson. So maybe I end up trying to re-sign Laravia at the end of the year. I actually got offered a first-round pick for Bronny, but if you're new here, like, I like to keep these somewhat realistic. Who was giving me a first? Like, it was a Thunder. What are we doing for this? No, like, you can't really get a first-round pick for that. Maybe I normally could, but I think that's going to be it with me and trading right now. Like I said, we're probably not going to be great throughout the rest of the year, but we're going to just hope that 2027 has a good free agency class. Let's see. Jokic still expiring. Giannis still expiring. Donovan Mitchell could be a free agent. Karl-Anthony Towns can be a free agent as well. I'm looking to get a second co-star around Luka, and I think I'd be okay trading away Austin Reeves this offseason to create the cap space to do so. All right, so Mitchell Robinson just got hurt a bunch towards the end of the year. We're actually going to salvage a pretty respectable record of 39-43 for a team that was selling at the trade deadline. Wemby gets his first MVP award at 23 years old. He goes 56, 40, 84. That is just incredible splits there. Perry Goodwin, Rookie of the Year. He, I guess, got hurt because he's down to 68 overall, but incredible numbers for a rookie. That 6'1" point guard fell in the draft. Josh Giddey goes to Golden State. You can guess who he's behind, wins Sixth Man of the Year. Wemby Depoy. Trey Johnson, Most Improved. Big scoring jump. 13 points to 23 points. Yeah, I would probably give him that award too. Ja wins Clutch Player of the Year. Kenny Atkinson, Coach of the Year, so second time in 3 years. Kobe Altman would have gotten Executive of the Year, and Cat, I believe, won the NBA Cup MVP. Luka, even with a sub 500 season, gets on all NBA first team monster numbers. Puts up a 28, 8, and 9 season, 51, 40, 83 splits. I'm sorry, Luka, we couldn't get you in the playoffs. Hopefully that will change next year. So Giannis still has 1 year remaining. Jokic didn't make a first or second team. He must have got hurt. And Trae Young ended up on a 1-year deal with Brooklyn. He was incredible. I feel like you got to re-sign him now long term. Bam Adebayo, back-to-back All-NBA second teams. He might be back in 2K26. I'm also seeing just, yeah, no Jokic. Double Hornet here on third team. And you have Amen Thompson. So you have Claxton back again on all defensive first team. Asar, Wemby, Giannis, and Chet. Second team, you have Bam. Sar makes it. Okay, Walker Kessler. Sar actually efficient. Pretty cool. Mobley and Anthony Davis. Our rookie first team. Here was the #1 overall pick to the Bulls. He's rocking, or he's balling out there with James Harden. Shout out to Chucky Hepburn making it as well, because he didn't really play at all last year. So we're actually in a spot to potentially be in the playoffs. We ended up as a play-in team. Grimes ended up 14.5 points. Yeah, I'm glad I changed the shot tendency. I don't know why it was at a 45. 14.5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 48, 40 splits, 28 minutes a night. There's Rui. Jake Laravia, 12 points. He was a good, Laker this year. I wouldn't mind bringing him back. I feel like I got to decide between him and Wiggins because I don't want to pay both these guys close to $10 million a year. And then I also wanted to go to Denver to see what's going on with that Serbian man. So he has 1 year left. Did he get hurt this year? Why did he not make an All-NBA team with those numbers? Yeah, he only played 49 games, so Jokic did get hurt this year. So we'll see what can happen in the offseason. And let's see if we're able to beat the Houston Rockets, who do not have Kevin Durant anymore. They have Kelly Oubre, Reed Shepherd here in the first leg of the play-in. Let's see what happens. And we are going to beat them, so we stay alive. Hey, there is a chance we're playing in the playoffs, which I'm fine with because I don't know my first-round pick anyway. Can we beat Memphis and do so? Yes, we can. So we actually beat them 130-118. Luka with 33. Trey Jones with 15, Reeves with 14 assists. We are staying alive. We're taking on the Dallas Mavericks as an 8-8 team that beat us last year. Probably going to beat me 2 years in a row. Steph, 6 seed. Phoenix, man, they've been more respectable. Yeah, that purple looks a little bit more realistic for them as their background color. You have the Clippers and Timberwolves there. You're like, why are the Thunder red? Does one team have to be red? I don't know. There's Chicago and Cleveland, Detroit, New York and Indy. Rematch there of the 2025 ECF in Atlanta. And 2 All-NBA third team Charlotte Hornets. So game number 1 against Dallas. We ended up winning this one. I think somebody got hurt. Jalen Smith dropped 23 in this one. Like what? Oh, Reeves might be healthy again. Let's go. Game 2. Trey Jones is hurt, and we did lose this game 126-97. 17 for Luka, 17 for Wiggins. Oh man, Austin Reeves, do not go out like this if I'm going to trade you in the offseason. Game number 3, I can't speak. We end up winning 111-102, 40 for Luka. Let's go. Bunch of guys in double figures. Muhammad Gay is getting involved. Come on, let's go. We go up 3-1. Luka, come on. You lost to your old team last year. Let's beat them this year. Do not blow a 3-1 lead. And we win in 5. Let's go. This was a play-in team in the back half of the play-in. Oh my god, I traded away Malik Beasley. I thought we were kind of done. Traded away Marcus Smart. Here we are, Luka, Reeves, Laravia, Grimes getting it done. And we pull off a 8-1 upset. Cleveland beat Chicago in 6. I don't know if Donovan Mitchell re-signed with this team. Can I actually check this out? Let's see. Donovan Mitchell, did he sign an extension? He did not, so he could be an unrestricted free agent. You would assume he's going to opt out. They're taking on Detroit, who were in the conference finals last year. You have Atlanta and New York. New York finally beats Indy in the playoffs, and they get a rematch against Atlanta, who knocked them out in 2021. We're taking on OKC, who we knocked out last year, and Minnesota at Golden State, a rematch from the Western Conference semifinals in 2025. So Shea drops 41 and 11. We ended up getting blown out by 25 points in game number 1. We lose game number 2. Shea is 40. Chet had 47 against us. J-Dub 18, Topic 14. Yeah, they brought back Hartenstein on a cheaper deal. We actually win a game, though. We scored 42 in the 4th. Reeves with 31. Luka with a 27-point triple-double. We are going to win game 4, so we're still alive. We could still make it to the conference finals. Luka, Reeves, Laravia, and Hashimura all scored 20+. Trey Jones, kind of a bucket for us as a backup point guard. Like, we don't really need a good backup point guard because we have Luka. But, like, hey, it's nice to have. Shea and J-Dub go for 60 or 74 points, but we ended up winning by 16. Quitting Grimes, 25 off the bench. This man is a beast. Game 6, let's see if we can win it. We are going to win it. So they go up, what, 2-0? Or 2-1, and we just ended up winning this series in 6. Reeves, there we go. I need this on the NBA stage. If I traded Reeves this offseason, look at, like, not bad. Not bad for playoff numbers when efficiency drops. You take that 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10. So we have the 8-seeded Lakers versus the 2-seeded Timberwolves. Rematch from last year's round 1. New York and Cleveland. They played each other in the playoffs before. And let's see who's going to the NBA Finals. I'm sure Adam Silver would like the Lakers and the Knicks. Could end up being the Cavs and the Timberwolves, as game number 1 goes to Minnesota, 136-131. Aaron Gordon, if you remember, was traded there a couple years ago, back in year 1. Luka had 34 in this one. Reeves had 21. Game 2 goes to Minnesota. Game 3 goes to Minnesota. This could be it for us. I mean, Minnesota has won an NBA Finals so far in this save. Laravia is struggling here in the conference finals. And let's see what happens here in game 4. We end up getting swept. Okay, so a little bit of an anticlimactic ending after we were a play-in team as, what, a 10 seed? And we made it all the way to the conference finals just to get swept by Minnesota. They're going to be taking on let's see, Donovan Mitchell finally made it to conference finals. Do the Knicks blow a 3-1 lead? Yes, they do. Damn. The Knicks were up 3-1 against Cleveland. They blow a 3-1 lead. Minnesota, Cleveland, NBA Finals. One team got Gobert. One team got Donovan Mitchell. And the team that got Gobert wins it all. Their second... Yeah, they won it last year. So they go back-to-back. Anthony Edwards, who averaged 39 in the finals last year, averaged 39 in the finals this year, takes home finals MVP. Our governor is not happy at all. I'm sure there's a way where I could look at my governor, right? Like, can I just be like, yo, governor, can you actually chill the F out? So here we go. Governor profile. But it doesn't tell me his morale. What about my general manager? Nothing there, really. I mean, that's been a thing in the past. All right, I'm sure I could find it if it's actually a thing. So, we'll see. Started the offseason here. Market size is still great. Performance, maybe could be a little bit better. And then, yeah, we can do all this stuff. So, we could try to get, we'll go up arena renovations 1 and fan night promotions 1. So, we see Kyle Lowry retire. He was on the Lakers. KD retires. James Harden retires. Steph retires. So, all these guys played with each other at one point. Well, Harden didn't play with Steph, but KD played with both these guys. Harden played with KD. Steph played with KD. So, Klay Thompson retires as well. Valanciunas, Chris Middleton, Dorian Finney-Smith. Both Bogdanoviches, even though Bojan retired in real life. Doug Christie ends up retiring. And then you have this trio going to the Hall of Fame. One guy drafted in 07. 2 guys drafted in 09. Here is your jersey retirements. No shockers here. KD does get his jersey retired by the Thunder, which could be on the fence. We'll see at one point. And then the draft lottery, since we made it to the playoffs, we're not going to be giving the Jazz the best pick in the world. Rockets, this would be realistically getting Brooklyn's pick. Spurs getting Milwaukee's pick. Crazy. And let's see what ends up happening here. So Philly ends up getting number 1. We are going to have to give Utah the 15th pick in the draft. Denver gets, or excuse me, OKC gets 7 and 8 in this draft as well. Heat 3, Pelicans 4. We're going to keep JJ Redick as our head coach. And Luka Doncic technically has 1 year left on his contract remaining. I'm not going to do anything here on draft night. I think we're just going to see who goes like in the top 5. Jonathan Morrison from Wisconsin. Yeah, trade Embiid right now. I mean, I could probably trade for Embiid this offseason. I just don't know if I want Embiid. Now, that looks like a generational big man talent from Wisconsin. Probably better than Frank Kaminsky from 2015. Number 2 was just traded for Derek White and Peyton Pritchard. So Boston is now on the clock. And they take Dean Baylor, a 7-foot center out of Virginia. I don't know if I would have... I don't know if that's worth it. Devin Hollins ends up going number 3 from Oregon State. Number 4, the Pelicans take Tommy Webb. And the Spurs at number 5 via Milwaukee are trading the pick for Scotty Barnes. Oh my God. I don't know if I would have done that, Toronto. To take Sean C. Bender from Xavier. Wow, they traded away Scotty Barnes. That is crazy. So Trey Jones has an $8 million team option. I am not going to pick that up. I'll pick it up on Bronny and Thero, but I would like to bring back Trey in free agency. Because look at this class. Kyrie, Jokic, Giannis, Kat. Anthony Davis actually opted in. That would have been crazy if we could have paired them together. Donovan Mitchell opted in. Jalen Green opted in as well. Brandon Ingram opted in. Damian Lillard opted out. So this should be a very interesting free agency class. I still want to have a solid bench unit, but I do want to clear a little bit of cap because I want to go after Nikola Jokic. I want to create the cap space to do so. So, yeah, Luka may have the pressure. He could be a free agent next year. We're probably going to move Austin Reeves because Grimes is about $10 million cheaper. And we are going to send Rui Hashimura, very good player for us. He's been good, to Detroit for Tristan Da Silva, who, jury's kind of maybe out on him as a good player. But we're going to save $10 million with this trade and get a Detroit 2031 first-round pick. So, if you remember, we also acquired an Atlanta first-round pick along the way, a Milwaukee first-round pick along the way. Like, we are building up some draft capital to potentially make a move. I'm going to be trading away Mitchell Robinson and Aaron Wiggins to the Miami Heat for Ayo Dosunmu. This trade is going to free me up around $13-14 million. Dosunmu, solid wing/guard coming off the bench, and I'm getting Miami's 2031 first-round pick as well. Just collecting these draft picks right now. We have a couple of them. I'm not done yet, though, because I still want to move, I think, Austin Reeves. I don't think I could sign Jokic, right? No. Trae Young is there as a free agent. Tyler Hero is a free agent as well. You got Jalen Duren. You have Dame. Like, I want to go after Jokic, who's gotten a max deal from the Bulls. And I want to go after Giannis, who's gotten max deals from the Raptors and the Nets. I do believe we can get in there at one point. So, how much cap space do I have? It won't even let me sign Kyrie, even though he's under the affordable section. So I have about $47 million, and that does not get me anywhere near Jokic. So I do believe if we want him, I'm going to have to trade away Austin Reeves. Also, this is stupid. In Player Finder, you used to be able to, like, trade for somebody here. Now you can't. Kind of silly. All right, I want to see if I can trade away Austin Reeves and Tristan Da Silva to Washington for Keyshawn George, who was pretty good last year, just another 3-and-D option, but 6'8", and I can get a swap best between Milwaukee and Boston in 2029. They're going to say no to that. I would be willing to throw in, like, my 2030 first. I don't know if you have the cap space to take, like, what about Bronny instead? Okay, they agree to that. So, yeah, we traded Reeves for Keyshawn George, who is extremely unproven. Now, I really need to hit this Jokic signing. So, if I sign Jokic, I would still have $18 million left over. Let's give him the max. Let's give him 60. Yeah, we got to, like, if I don't get him, we're screwed. So let me actually do the whole amount, and then you got to scroll down this year. No trade clause. And then if I don't get him, praying to the Lord, I could get Giannis here, give him the same deal. So let's hope that we can get one of them. It looks like Giannis would come to LA, and it looks like Jokic would come to LA. Bring me, okay. I wish I could sign both. Would be electric, but we are going to sign Jokic, who I can... Do I have to renounce the rights on all these guys? I wouldn't have to on Kenrich. I wouldn't have to on Moravia as well. All right, so I'm going to sign Jokic. He's going to team up with Luka here. And then I just hope George, Quentin Grimes, and somebody else can really be good enough defensively to bridge the gap between Jokic and Luka maybe not being the best defenders in the world. But, yeah, if I was going with that risk to acquire Jokic or to trade away Reeves for a clear downgrade in Keyshawn George, I really needed to get Jokic. So, Giannis goes to Golden State to replace Steph, I guess, as the guy there. Kat goes back to New York. Kyrie goes back to Dallas. Amen Thompson doesn't go to Houston. Trae Young does get a max from the Nets or gets a long-term deal. Hero back to Miami and Duran to Chicago. So we do have all those draft picks kind of like remaining still in a trade. Like, could I move a Do Thero? And could I move Muhammad Gay? Maybe? All right, I just signed him. Like, what about if I moved a Do Thero and, I don't know, that 2031 Heat first round pick? Could I get somebody like a little bit better? I could get Will Riley. I could get Robert Williams. I could get Lou Dort. Like, we have a little bit of money there. I need defense, so I think I'd rather go there than try to sign somebody in free agency. So let's sign Lou Dort. We're going to give up a Do Thero and a 2031 first for Lou Dort. And then what does free agency look like for me now? It's not great. I could bring back Max Christie. Could bring in Julian Strother. I need size, though. I actually love if I could get Jonathan Kuminga. I think I'd rather get DeAndre Hunter. He's got 3 years, 26 from the Clippers. We'll see if we can get in there and give him the mid-level exception. Let's see. We'll offer him that. Does he take the Clippers deal? I don't think he's taking anything yet. Let's see. I feel like we should get him. Yeah, we outpaid him by a lot. So let's get DeAndre Hunter. Can I bring back Jake LaRavia? Yes, I can. Let's give him a 2-year deal worth about $14 million. It's a good tradable contract as well. He's going to sign that. So we have Jokic. We have Goga Bitadze at the center spots. Let's bring back Jalen Smith on the minimum. I can't, unfortunately, bring back Tyus or Trey Jones. Or no, I can. Let's bring back Trey Jones on the minimum. Let's bring in Drew Holiday on the minimum as well. So we signed both those guys. Jalen Smith actually went to Golden State. It's annoying. Maybe Giannis felt slighted, so we recruited him. Can we bring in Nick Richards as a third-string center? There we go. You can get Najee Marshall. I think I need defense, so let's bring in Isaac Okoro on a 1-year deal also. And let's look at this team, which is going to look a little bit different. We have Jokic, Richards, and Bitadze. Keyshawn George and Muhammad Gay. Hunter, Dosunmu, LaRavia, and Okoro. Grimes and Dort. Doncic, Holiday, Trey Jones. I like this team a lot. Any other, like, shocking switch-ups here at the top? Dame goes back to Portland. No, not really. RJ Barrett goes to Detroit. I feel like they've made some noticeable moves in this rebuild. Let's see if Jokic and Doncic can take us all the way in 2028. All right, and then with Luka getting his buddy Jokic here, let's give him a, oh my God, look how high this, oh my God. I mean, this would be realistic, right? He'd want the full max. I didn't even know you can go that high now in 2028. So, yeah, you look at our salary cap breakdown. Oh my God, that extension, $87 million. That's going to be like a $100 million contract player one day. So that is crazy. That is crazy. Let's go here until the 2028 season. Hopefully, I can get my first ring in NBA 2K26. Damian Lillard is retiring at the end of the year. We're going to do a farewell tour for him. So we're going to have Jokic, Grimes, Hunter, George, Jokic with Dort, LaRavia, Dosunmu, Bitadze in between. We have Trey Jones, Okoro, Gay, Holiday, and Richards at our disposal. And if we take a look here at the system proficiency, we're 4-star pace and space under JJ Redick. I'm just really excited to watch Jokic or follow along like what Jokic and Luka can do this year. Now, if I look at their shot tendencies, yeah, like Jokic doesn't have to be as high as Luka. I don't know how they're going to respond being at like 95 or touch tendency, but we'll see. Like, yeah, I want to get Keyshawn George to take a little bit more shots per night. Same with Lou Dort as well. So let's up those. And we should be good to roll here for the 2028 season. Let's see how Luka and Jokic look on opening night against the Toronto Raptors. We should be playing the first game of the year at home. Come on, NBA. Do you want the best ratings or what? We are going to beat the Toronto Raptors 136-103. Luka with a 36-point triple-double playing with Nikola Jokic now. Then we lose to the Cavs by 10. And Jokic got hurt last year, and he's already out 6 to 8 weeks with an injury right now. Maybe Jokic is turning into an injury-prone player. I mean, he is 32 years old. So we've had Anthony Davis, Karl-Anthony Towns, and now Dyson Daniels get NBA Cup MVP. We know Trae Young signed with the Brooklyn Nets. He averaged 12, 6, and 10. Kind of a double-double. 61% from 3 throughout the NBA Cup. Very impressive. So I guess we're getting off to a little bit of a slow start in the Jokic-Luka era. I mean, Jokic just recently came back, thankfully. So we're going to get him back into the swing of things. All right, so now that Jokic is back, we are currently 10 games above 500. Jokic is averaging a 21 almost triple-double, 21-point almost triple-double. Luka is averaging 28, so he hasn't lost a step. And then we obviously have so many good like wing defenders around these guys with like Dort, George, Grimes. I think LaRavia has developed into somewhat of a good perimeter defender. DeAndre Hunter as well. George, I'll take 46 from the field, 33 from 3. George's been good from 3. Grimes has been elite. Hunter's been elite. Moravia could be better for sure. I guess he's a crafty 3-and-D wing now. And then you got Ida Sumu in here who's shooting 38 from 3. So I like what we have right now. I don't know if I want to add like another big at the deadline. We're currently 29 and 19. Let's see how we look against OKC, Dallas, and Phoenix. Some respectable teams so far here. Beat OKC, lose to Dallas, beat Phoenix, who have been actually, yeah, like respectable this whole save. So do I want to maybe make a trade for just like another like traditional power forward? I mean, Dosunmu is a free agent at the end of the year. Keyshawn will be restricted at the end of the year. Could move on from Mo Gay. We have Nick Richards. And yeah, I'm going to get a little bit more size here. I'm going to trade away Aya Dosunmu and Jake Laravia, who has been here for a minute now. My first round pick this year. I don't think it's going to be too valuable. And Atlanta's first rounder next year for Ben Shepherd, who's on a 1-year deal in Memphis. But most importantly, GG Jackson, 6'9", just kind of the same as Jake Laravia as a 3-point shooter, but in my opinion, a better scorer, rebounder, and overall defender. And I like that contract. It's a little bit more than Moravia, a little bit more expensive, but I think it gives us some more flexibility there on the perimeter and with our inside defense as well. All right, so we're pretty much here towards the end of the season, and currently we are the 4th seed. We're about 10 games back from the 1 seed, so I don't think we're going to get that 8.5 back. Maybe we get the 3 seed. We'll see. All right, so we're going to go 54 and 28 this year. Wemby takes home the MVP award, dropping 25 and 12. Jonathan Morrison, that stud that went number 1 overall to Philadelphia, he ends up getting Rookie of the Year. 18 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists is insane work. Nolan Traore, 6th man of the year, probably behind Yegor. For the Brooklyn Nets, you're going to have Wemby Depoy, no surprise. Lester Payton, most improved and clutch player of the year. Kerr, and I guess Mike Dunleavy get those executive awards. I also wanted to see Lester Payton. He was the 5th overall pick back in the 26th draft. Wow. Yeah, what a 1-year jump. So you have Wemby, Shea, Luka, and Ja Morant on NBA first team, all in the Western Conference. Second team, you have Amen Thompson, who signed with the Clippers. You have Nikola Jokic, Şengün, Giannis, and Cooper Flag, all in the Western Conference. Every single player in the first 2 teams are in the West. The East makes up 4 to the 5 spots on third team with Booker, Paolo, Tatum, LaMelo, and Halliburton. Defensive first team, you have the Thompson twins, Dyson, Wemby, and Flag. Second team, you have Mobley, Giannis, Triple J, Duren, Walker Kessler. Morrison headlines all rookie first team as well. There's RJ Lewis, shout out St. John's, all rookie second team. So we ended up as the 4 seed. We got a battle of LA here in the first round. You had Phoenix lose to Portland, so Portland got in as the 7th seed. Phoenix gets in as the 8 seed. OKC not even making it to the playoffs here. And then here in the East, Detroit doesn't go in. They were in the conference finals a couple years ago in Cleveland as well. Philly and Charlotte worked their way in. So let's figure out what we're going to work with here. GG still kind of toying with an injury, but I really like this team. I feel like we can make a run here. It's going to be Luka, Grimes, Hunter, GG, Jokic with Keyshawn off the bench. I mean, we're going to go 10 to Badate because I'm going to go 38 to Jokic. Like, Nick Richards ain't playing. Let's get Lou Dort in there. I don't know why he's not playing. Let's get, I don't know. Who would be my 9th guy? Well, I guess I did trade 2 rotational guys for GG. So let's go like 20 to Dort. Let's go 20 to George. I would like a ball handler, I think, off the bench here. So let's go about 10 minutes to Trey Jones as well. Man, just kind of a solid overall point guard. Let's go 38 to Jokic. Or excuse me, Luka. Let's go 20. We can go 30 to Hunter, 30 to Grimes, 30 to GG. So we can go maybe like 24 to George, 24 to Dort. 3 more minutes here. We can just give them to Grimes, honestly. Grimes and GG can get them. So here we are taking on the LA Clippers here in round number 1. They no longer have James Harden, but they do have Amen Thompson. They have Ryan Rollins, Derek Whitehead, Hawkins, and Zubats. Interesting. I feel like this is a team we should be able to beat because Kawhi Leonard is hurt. How long is Kawhi Leonard out for? Kawhi, 36 years old. He's got a broken right ankle, out for the playoffs. Not the player used to be, but we should really beat them in this series with Kawhi hurt. We win by 16 in game 1, 74 combined between Jokic and Luka. GG re-aggravates the hip injury or just gets another one, which is brutal. If we lose game 4, I may have to... man, okay. He's just playing depleted right now. So he's going to get like 18 minutes a night. Let's get Keyshawn in there, who's going to probably play like 30 minutes a night. We'll up Dort's minutes. Definitely want to up Hunter's minutes. We're going to lower Grimes' minutes. I may go 40 to Luka, 40 to Jokic, and we'll go one more to Dort. Please don't lose game 5. GG, fully healthy on that one injury, and we lose. All right, are we going to really lose this series? Wow, we lost in 6 games to what? Really? I mean, Jokic was the best guy. Gigi was pretty good through the injury, but DeAndre Hunter kind of stunk. Shot 38% from the field. We ended up seeing Keyshawn shoot 33% from the field. Trey Jones shot 31% from the field, and Goga shot 40%. So those guys did not come through whatsoever. I don't mind GG Jackson as like my 3rd scoring option. I'm just surprised we didn't make it out of round 1. Like, I would have totally got us losing to the Spurs in the conference finals. Shout out to Reece Ashe and Barnes being your conference finals MVP. But the fact that, like, they added Scotty Barnes. Oh, my God, Wemby got hurt. They brought back Pirtle. They had Miles Bridges off the bench. Damn, Wemby got hurt. They're taking on Atlanta with no Trae Young. Dyson Daniels is kind of just, like, a really efficient point guard now. So, yeah, Wemby ended up breaking his right ankle. Similar to what happened with Kawhi. So I assume Atlanta's going to get it done. Nope, they still lost. Finals MVP is going to go to De'Aaron Fox. Kobe Buffkin had 23 in this game. Damn, that was your chance, Atlanta, to win it with Wemby hurt. Yep, this guy is not happy. It just said, let's make sure we re-sign Luka. What do you think I did at the start of the year? What do you think I just did? Paul George retires on the Jazz. He was in that marketing trade. There goes Drew, Vucevic, Dame. Bradley Beal ends up retiring as well. Bunch of veterans throughout the league. Jordan Ott says, I'm done. Couple years as a coach. Dame and Paul George end up retiring. Dame, to no shocker, gets his jersey retired by the Blazers. I guess, yeah, Paul George, I don't think he's getting his jersey retired by the Clippers or the Pacers. We don't have any random first-round picks in this lottery. The Pelicans, I feel like, have been picking at the top of the draft ever since I started this. We will have to give Memphis the 26th pick from the GG Jackson trade. We don't have any first-round picks in this draft, but we do have some at our disposal if we want to maybe make a trade to get some good or better role players around Jokic and Luka. So I didn't make any draft picks. Lester Snow, a dime-dropping dual finisher from Rhode Island. Dan Early's old school that he used to coach, goes number 1. Nelson Weber, number 2. I guess, yeah, the Nuggets are here because we stole Nikola Jokic from them. And that's how the top 10 pretty much looked. We didn't have any draft picks here. I actually don't even know if I've made a draft pick so far with the Lakers. Yeah, last year's free agency definitely going to be better than this free agency. No way! The number 1 overall pick got his team option declined. Why? What? Why? That doesn't make any sense. He was the first round or the first overall pick back in the 26th draft. Ja is headlining unrestricted free agency, followed by Garland, AD. It looks like Donovan Mitchell got re-signed. You have Nick Smith Jr., who's developed into a solid player. Okay. It's not like, yeah, these contracts don't look too crazy. So I'm going to sign Trey Jones and I'm going to sign Rudy Gobert to replace Goga Bitadze. Yeah, we're going to do everything we can to bring back Keyshawn George, though. I believe he's going to be restricted. How much does he want? $8 million? See, that makes sense. Like, previous 2Ks, he may get like $25 million. So let's give him a 3-year extending ascending contract. That'll be good for us. Anybody like switch big at the top? The top signed player was McCain, but he went back. Ja goes to Washington. Hello. That's kind of crazy. Zion goes to Dallas. Oh my God. Zion, Flag, and AD. What? How are they able to pull that off? Also bringing back some old friends, Ayo Dosunmu and Malik Beasley from this video. And we got Ben Shepherd back on the QO. I just feel like we have a really good deep team of role players around Luka and Jokic. Maybe we just needed a year to put it all together. And Kawhi Leonard is going to retire at the end of the year. We know it's going to be Luka, Grimes, Hunter, Gigi, and Jokic. We'll have George, Dort, Dosunmu. I don't know about actually all that. We're going to not play Shepherd. I don't think I'm going to play Beasley. We also signed KJ Simpson and Zaire Williams. I mean, I may have to get another center throughout this. Like, Rudy Gobert could be washed for all I know. So, I feel like we will make a trade at the deadline. Like, maybe on the scale of, like, the GG Jackson trade from a year ago. We're taking on Dallas. This is going to be a good test. Like, now this is how you sell the season. We beat them 128-126 in a very fun game to start off the year. How were they able to afford Zion, Kyrie, AD, and Cooper Flag? Did they turn salary cap off? How are they? They have AD only signed $22 million a year. I mean, that is kind of realistic. Yeah, that actually might be lowballing what his defensive value is. I don't know how they had the cap to pull that off. All right, so we've seen AD, Cat, Dyson Daniels, and now De'Aaron Fox win NBA Cup MVPs. So 3 of those 4 guys are from the University of Kentucky. So taking a look here at the stats so far, 50 points, 20 rebounds, 20 assists combined between the big two there at the top. Luka's had some injuries to start off the year. Dort's off to a good start as well. I thought I actually tried to move Quentin Grimes in the offseason. Didn't find anything, I didn't find anything that I like. So could happen this year. We'll see. All right, so we've seen AD, Cat, Dyson Daniels, and now De'Aaron Fox win NBA Cup MVPs. So 3 of those 4 guys are from the University of Kentucky. So taking a look here at the stats so far, 50 points, 20 rebounds, 20 assists combined between the big two there at the top. Luka's had some injuries to start off the year. Dort's off to a good start as well. I thought I actually tried to move Quentin Grimes in the offseason. Didn't find anything, I didn't find anything that I like. So could happen this year. We'll see. All right, so we're killing it so far. We're 38-9. We've had our fair share of injuries this year, but I know we're not even like the clear on 1 seed in the West, given how good the Dallas Mavericks are. They're 40-9. So, oh my God, man, it is a juggernaut at the top between us, San Antonio, and Dallas. And you still got to respect Minnesota, who's won 2 finals today. Must be nice to be in the Eastern Conference. So that was a thing in 2K25. It's a thing in 2K26. It's a thing in real life, right? The Eastern Conference, definitely a little bit more of the inferior conference. Keyshawn George has been pretty good this year, and he's 6'8". Should probably hold on to him. I mean, DeAndre Hunter's 50, 40, 90 splits. I just don't want to get burned in the playoffs. I really don't. Quentin Grimes has been good. I have some draft capital to use. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to get burned where nobody could step up as like a number 3 scoring option, right? So I'm going to go all in. I'm trading away Quentin Grimes, DeAndre Hunter, and 2 first-round picks owned by the Milwaukee Bucks, unprotected, who do not own Giannis Antetokounmpo anymore. I'm getting Vic Flores, a former 4th overall pick that's been kind of a bust. He went to New Orleans, now in Cleveland, but I'm getting Spida, Donovan Mitchell, 32 years old, 86 overall, not the player he used to be, making roughly $30 million a year, but man, Luka, Donovan Mitchell, Jokic as your 1, 2, 3. Like, I love that. There was an alternate universe where Donovan Mitchell could have been playing with Nikola Jokic. They technically like drafted him, right? But then they ended up trading him for like Trey Lyles and to move down. So let's get this up for Donovan Mitchell. I want him to shoot the ball a ton. I want to still get like one more elite shooting season out of him. Now with him in the lineup though, like we have Shepherd, like KJ Simpson's had some playing time this year, Trey Jones. I do want to get one more big man, just in case Gobert is just, like, completely washed. And this is perfect. Ben Shepherd, KJ Simpson going to Houston, Robert Williams, Isaiah Stewart coming to LA. One of these guys could be serviceable enough to play 10 minutes in the playoffs behind the Joker. And we just got the MVP, my first MVP winner here in 2K26, Nikola Jokic. Much better year number 2 in Los Angeles than year number 1. 26, 12, and 10. 1.5 steals, about a block a night. It's weird that turnovers per game is TOPG. That's just different. Okay. 58, 47, 81 splits. Yeah, that should win an MVP. It's crazy that, like, we'll look back in history that he didn't win the 2025 MVP. I was fine with it going to Shea. It's just crazy. You look at, like, almost like a 30-point triple-double on great shooting splits, and he didn't win MVP. Miles Bridges, 6th man of the year. Wemby Depoy. Young Hansen, who I could have traded for at one point, most improved. Why, though? 33% from the field, 28% from 3. I don't know if that's most improved. JJ Redick, who I thought about firing last offseason, but I didn't. 67 wins. We moved. We had 2 All-NBA first-team guys, Jokic and Luka, joined with Wemby, Shea, and Cooper Flagg, all in the West. You have Giannis, Şengün, who got hurt, Paolo, the Sixers' number 1 pick, and Halliburton in the East. And then you have Tatum, Booker, Scoot, shout out Scoot, Cat, and Devin Hollins. He was the 3rd overall pick in the 27 draft. Holy crap. Oh my God. 22 points as a 20-year-old rookie a year ago. That's kind of insane. Here's all-defensive first team. A lot of familiar names there. Come on, my watch made an all-defensive team. Jonathan Morrison as well. Lester Snow, the rookie of the year there. Obviously, all-rookie first team. So, did Philly, like, are they good with Morrison? They didn't even make the playing tournament. I wanted to see, like, what have they been doing with... Oh, no, they did. Sorry, they made the playoffs as a 6th seed. Marketing, has he regressed or is he hurt? That's bad. Well, Embiid is no longer there. Interesting. Atlanta wins 56 games. Really good point differential. Kobe Buffkin and Naw in the backcourt. Damn, we didn't even get the 1 seed. The Dallas Mavericks are so good, man. I can't. They're so freaking good. Lou Dort's been having, like, back issues all year. Still has them. But I like what we have, man. I have Donovan Mitchell as my goddamn number 3 option. So right now it's going to be Luka, Mitchell, not Vic Flores. I do not trust this guy whatsoever. It's going to be Keyshawn George. And then off the bench, we're going to have Dosunmu. We're going to have Dort. Probably Stewart. Maybe Robert Williams. And then Yeah, no, it's going to be, no, Robert Williams. And then it'll be Trey Jones, I believe. I don't think I'm going to play Beasley or Gobert. Yeah, we're going to play Trey Jones about 10 minutes tonight. We'll go 12 to Time Lord. We'll go 20 to Dort. We'll do 23 to Sunmu right now. I lied. We're going to go 25 to Dort, 20 to Sunmu. We'll go 39 to Jokic. Let's go 39 to Luka. Let's go 37 to Donovan Mitchell. Let's go 30 to GG. All right, so we're taking on in the playing tournament the Portland Trailblazers. Let's try to make fans proud by getting a round 1 win. Like, that should be on the screen longer. I mean, I was able to read that quickly enough, but, like, you should be able to have to X out of that. Will Glover, here in Portland with All-NBA Scoot Henderson, baller this year. Will Glover, really good player. We drafted 9th overall out of St. John's a couple years ago. It's going to be no cakewalk. We do win game 1, though. 111-106. GG Jackson was our leading scorer in this game. Will Glover with 32 points. Game number 2 goes to LA, 113-92. I think the last time they played each other in the playoffs was the bubble. Game 3 goes to the Lakers, 142-100. Will Glover with 28. Jokic with 29, 8, and 10. Luka with a 25-point triple-double. And we're going to sweep them. All right, good start. Good confidence booster. Donovan Mitchell in that series averaged 24 points. Luka averaged only... Oh, my God. Luka was awful in that series. Jokic wasn't great either. So, you know, we swept them and our top guys didn't even play all that well. We could look at it like that, right? Glass is half full. All right, so we're taking on the Clippers here in round number 2. Trey Mann, Amen Thompson, Whitehead, Kawhi, Zubats. They beat us last year and they didn't even have Kawhi. They've developed Cam Christie into a pretty good player. Ryan Rollins, Andrew Wiggins, they obviously pride themselves on defense. And we lost by 2. 126-124. I don't love that. They've owned me last year. I don't want them to own me this year. Great. Donovan Mitchell, unplayable injury, and GG Jackson got hurt in the same game. So game number 2 goes to the Lakers, thank God, 128-111. We do have, like, Flores is in the lineup now with the Donovan Mitchell injury. Please win game 3. Thank you. We win game 3, 129-102. Back-to-back blowouts, which is great. Game 4, Jokic back spasms. Come on. This all doesn't need to fall apart right now. We go up 3-1, though. Donovan Mitchell is back. Let's go. And can we win in 5? Nope, they are going to win game 5. Can we win game 6? Don't go to a game 7. Okay, thank God. We end up winning this one 121-109. And Minnesota, please somehow come back versus Dallas. I really need you to beat them. Damn it. Okay, so Boston, Philly, LA, Dallas. Big markets in the NBA here in the conference finals. I do want to, like, yeah, 2K messed this up a little bit. I want to start George. Like, our front court is just banged up. I will start Flores here in the playoffs. He's been pretty good. Like, I'm going to play him, I think, more than Dosunmu. And then we're going to go about 10 to Robert Williams. I don't even know. No, Dosunmu's been pretty good. We'll go 15 of these guys. We'll go 20 to Dort. I still want to go 40 to Jokic, even with the injury. I want to go 40 to Luka. I want to go 38 to Mitchell. And we can do about 32 there, 30 there. All right. Please just win game 1. Are they at full strength? No, Kyrie is hurt. AD is not even good enough to start. They have Linwood Bolden, who was drafted 30th overall. He's 30th overall. He's a high overall, but, like, not that good. Game 1. Please win this one. Thank you. Big dub off the rip. Okay. 64 combined between Jokic and Doncic. The Euros are getting it done. Let me see how long Kyrie's out for. Okay. Hamstring out for the year. We don't have to worry about him. We do win the first 2. That is huge. Zion goes off for 36. Flag with 23. Yeah, they just have the, like, Duke with Zion and Flag there balling out. They win game 3. Man, I would have loved going up 3-0. I hate this game 4 coming. Okay, we win it. Thank God. 141-106. Ho-ho! 17 rebounds, 20 assists, and 6 points between the two. Game number 5. All right, they won this one. So shades of how, like, the Clippers series went. Just don't be cute. Thank you. 144-112. Jokic with a 31-point triple-double. And then Boston and Philly going up against each other in Game 7. Boston's got Perry Goodwin, Dean Baylor, and the Jays with Dalen Terry. We know Philly's got Jonathan Morrison. Game 7 goes to Philly. So a rematch of, what, the 2001, I think, NBA Finals between Philly and LA with Ty Lue and Allen Iverson. Morrison and Jokic, both good conference finals MVPs. Here we go. Game 1, Philly versus LA. We win this one, 129-83. 38 points for GG Jackson. Let's freaking go. Game number 2, Donovan Mitchell hurts his hip, but he can play through it. We win. I feel like the toughest test was always going to be Dallas in the conference finals. Mitchell with the hurt hip still drops 34. Game 3. Come on, get this one done. Bang, there we go. 149 to 88. 36 for Luka. 20, 17, and 22 assists for Jokic is incredible. And are we about to win game number 4 and sweep them? This one's on the road. Good first quarter. Defense hasn't looked great in this game, I would say. Still gave up like almost 70 points at half. No, not really. We gave up, what, 54 points at half. So better than I thought. And yeah, we should win this one. We're up by 8. I haven't really played 2K26 yet. Like, I'm going to go into this game and I'm going to be like, I mean, I'm already trash, so I don't really know if much is going to change. Holy camera angle. Yeah, let me get this to 2K high. Let's do that. Okay, so we have Luka here. 38, 12, and 19. That is incredible. Don't you have to, like, try to green rebounds this year, too? Mitchell, open. Bang! Bang! I usually do real player shot percentage, but I'll take that. He knocks down that 3. That actually got Luka the 38-point triple-double. Oh, they still have Embiid. I guess he was hurt, or I was just, like, I completely missed him when I glossed over. Damn, Luka, what a game. And he's hurt, too. Come on, get past Edgecombe. Get past Edgecombe. Luka, all the way to the rim. Why do you have to try to green layups? Obviously, that's normal. 30. He's got 40-point triple-double now. Jokic guarding Embiid. Obviously, these guys had a nice rivalry between, like, who's winning the 2023 MVP at the time. So, Dosunmu in the game right now, guarded by Jared McCain. Yeah, they still have Lowry Markkanen from the Paul George trade. Let's see what we can do. I'll kick that out to Lou Dort for 3. Oh, let's go. He knocks that one down. Maybe 2K26 is going to be my year. I mean, I do have like a god squad here, so I'm not going to say that it's going to be easy enough. Jokic has a 25-point triple-double in this game, and I'm running around giving up wide-open threes to VJ Edgecombe. I mean, Donovan Mitchell is literally my third option, which is electric. You know what? I don't know. Donovan Mitchell is hurt. Actually, I do think Luka is hurt, because I was like, all right, maybe it's just like a health thing. I don't know why I took that shot. I was feeling myself there with Luka. 30 seconds left. We're up by 9. If Edwards hits this, it's going to get interesting. He misses that. Jokic picks up rebound number 17. Oh, get me Jared McCain on me. Get me Jared McCain. They got to send the double, right? Out to Donovan Mitchell. One more. Okay, yeah, let's wrap this one up. Let me see my dynamic banner. Can I get a shot off with Jokic, please? Jokic? It's not going to go in. I just want to take a shot with him. All right. We just swept the Philadelphia 76ers. We just won the 2029 NBA Finals, I believe, in our second year with Nikola Jokic. Took me a little bit, right? Like, I wanted to get it in year number 1 with LeBron James. That is the goal of these Lakers rebuilds this year. Get one with LeBron. Worry about it later. Because you could be fine later on with Luka Doncic. The thing is, you want to get it with LeBron before it's all said and done. You can see all the jersey retirements up there. The dynamic banners, something they've been harping on this year in the 2K26 cycle. And there it is, Nikola Jokic holding the NBA Finals trophy. I don't know if he's going to get Finals MVP. He got Conference Finals MVP. I don't think it's going to go to Donovan Mitchell. So it's going to be between Jokic and Luka. Lou Dort just got his second ring. Jokic got his second ring as well. Luka gets his first ring. And let's see who's going to get Finals MVP. It is going to be Nikola Jokic. He can finally go to Serbia now, play with the horses. He got another ring here in he got his first ring in Los Angeles, second of his career. I feel like if Jokic got another Finals MVP, like, he'd probably be a top 10 player of all time, like, the moment he gets that Finals MVP. I think he'll be one when he retires, but, like, he's got an insane resume. And he got his 4th MVP this year as well in our regular season. So, we win it all. Jokic, 23, 15, and 16. Oh, my God. That is insane. Insane numbers. So, if I advance, I want to see what my governor has to say about this. You want to, yeah, you better be nice to me. There we go. Get that morale up to a 99. I just got you another ring. So that's going to be for me. Hope you guys did enjoy my first 2K26 rebuild. If you did, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think about this cycle down below. Have you played 2K26 so far? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Let me know down below. Also, let me know what team you'd like to see me rebuild next. Been thinking about Chicago. Golden State would be interesting right now because what is going on with their offseason? Jonathan Kuminga has dictated the whole thing. So yeah, if you have any team ideas, let me know down below. Make sure you are subscribed for a ton of videos throughout the 2K26 draft cycle. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.